Straight to the point. So I saw the movie Acrimony. Entertaining movie, very much thought through in terms of what they wanted to portray. Tyler Perry, whoever was involved. Right off the bat, don't like it. I'm not going to say I wouldn't recommend people to see it because I don't want to take away that choice from somebody, but I don't like it. You can't, like, I don't care how much you believe in your dream. You can't, like, this man literally took years from this woman's life and then tried to, after they got divorced, cut a $10 million check and bought her home back like that was supposed to, make things fair. No, it doesn't work like that. I understand what Taraji was doing. And then the most savage ending. The movie ends with her her ankle being wrapped up. She sinks to the bottom of the sea, ocean, whatever you want to call it by an anchor. The most savage ending. All because she was damaged and hurt, like, immensely by what this man did. And it's not your typical story of a man chasing his dream, married to a woman who's supporting him. He literally, in my opinion, used her, because it's not like they were working together. He literally used her. And nah, man, I'm not feeling that. I think they were together for like maybe over 2 decades in the movie. I don't know, however long it was. He took away years from her life. She had enough of it. Told him the truth to his face based on what she felt in her heart. Called him a loser. Asked for divorce. Which spiritually makes sense. Divorce is not good, but it just makes sense. You don't want to be with. I mean, he could have at least. He said he loved her forever. So you mean to tell me you make it big? Your idea works. His idea works. Whatever. He makes it big. Multi-millions. You couldn't ask her to remarry? You said you loved her forever? I understand. I mean, I've never been married, but look, man. When you're married in spirit, there is no detachment. Like, he could have definitely remarried that woman. She stuck by him for like over a decade, well over. And all he had the nerve to do was cut her a $10 million check to thinking he would satisfy her family and her. Nah, that drove her spiritually. Taraji, man, I feel for her. Like, I know she was playing a character, but man, the way they ended that movie and Tyler Perry, man, I do not like this film. Straight up, man. Very entertaining. Heck of a film, but I wouldn't buy it. I don't support it. I don't know if I would see it again. If I do, it would just be to see it with my sister because she's a film major. I want to see what she thinks about it. But me, I don't understand film like that, but I am, an artistic person and I appreciate art, but I'm just giving a raw, uncut opinion just from, a consumer's standpoint, like just a person who went to go see a movie. I don't like it. I don't like how they did to Raji. She literally, I understand her anger. She tried to kill both him and literally, why would he marry the woman she despised? Give his ex-wife's life to her, knowing that would be effed up, and just thinks a $10 million check would be fair. No, sir. I see my hands, dude. I don't like that, man. That's not what real men do. I mean, go marry a different woman or just stay single, whatever. And the fact that it happened, like, kind of, I know it's a movie, but it seemed like right after. It just, come on, dog. You took away years from that. You can't buy that back. That's just not cool. That's not righteous, man. I don't like that movie. Acrimony, don't like it. Very entertaining, but I don't like it. And it's funny because the whole crowd switched up. In the beginning, there were many women in that theater chanting Taraji on. Like the energy was crazy in the beginning because they knew she was being done wrong. But the way it ended, that crowd got quiet. Those women got quiet because it was messed up. And there were parts in the movie where I felt sympathy for the guy because I believe in chasing a dream. You want somebody to believe in that dream, even if it takes a long time. But it didn't go that way. Like it seemed like he used her. There's 2 gentlemen that play that character. There's a younger one, and then there's an older one. The older one I felt a little bit more sympathy for, but the younger one, you would see like smirks throughout the movie. It just didn't come off as like him sincerely, wanting her help, and then one day he would, show her that it all worked out. Like, nah, her divorce was completely understandable. But the way he went about it after, nah, man. And her death bothers me the most, because I understand her wanting to come back and take both of them out, or at least just get some reasoning from him, which she tried. She held him at gunpoint. But, you know, for her to be drugged, or her ankle wrapped up by a heavy chain and drugged down to the bottom of the sea by an anchor, nah, man. That movie's not cool. But Acrimony, don't like it. Just how I feel, man. No, I'm not finished, man. That movie has me thinking, you know. Definitely has me. You have to be very careful, you know, when you're given a platform like that. You have to be very careful with what you put out in the world. I understand that movie from, to a degree, from an artistic standpoint. You know, whether there's a difference between, you know, good deeds and acts of sin that you commit, you know, between when only you and God know about it, between you and God. But then there's a difference between that and then when you act or do things that would influence the masses, the world, because on that level, God takes it way more serious, because you're affecting his bride, his people. You know, now you're dealing with something way different. And that movie is going to affect people, in my opinion, in my spiritual opinion, and not in a good way. You know, I've never been married, but plenty of couples throughout the world who are dealing with similar thing that, you know, it just doesn't sit right with me. And I watched, my father showed me, I guess, some behind the scenes videos where they tried to explain what the movie was about. You know, Tyler and then the actors, the main characters. It still didn't change how I felt about it. Like, you know, two broken people coming together, and then I guess after her being hurt, not letting go, like that's not what that movie was. That movie is a bad seed. I can see the devil smiling right now based off what that movie can do to a lot of people spiritually. Like the energy behind that movie, that's a bad seed. I don't like it, you know. Yeah, when you're given a platform like that, like I was saying, you know, I know it. I understand it. Like, you have to be very careful with what you put out into the world. I'm letting you guys know. So, Mr. Tyler Perry, I don't know what you were trying to accomplish with this, but it's not about you. It's about how it's going to affect the millions of people, the millions of God's people, you know. Whether people believe in God or not, the truth is we're all children of God. And when you start to influence or affect the masses like that, and it's not in a divine way, wow. But God bless you guys, man. I pray to God if I ever decide to marry one day, I pray to God that my wife and I are best friends, you know, through the ups and downs, trials and tribulations. I pray that we are an example to the world of what marriage should be, what love should be, what companionship should be, what friendship should be, what man and woman should be towards one another. You know, two wholes coming together, not two halves, just being great and representing God first. You know, understanding that we belong to God first and not each other. We belong to each other second. But God bless Taraji. Sweetheart, I love you. You know, I don't know you, but I got mad love for you, you know, baby boy. Shout out to Raji, man. She's a beautiful woman, and you know, to see her playing roles like that, I appreciate her dedication and her talent and her gift. But to see her done like that in that film, whether she supports it or not, the way I feel about it, I didn't like it. God bless her heart, and God bless everybody involved, but Keys didn't feel it.